Hello, Steve here again on my podcast, the Results Podcast, that is. I've got two now. I've just launched one which is all about table tennis. Some of you may know that back many years ago when dinosaurs ruled the earth, I used to play table tennis at international standard. For 10 years I was a full-time pro playing in England and Germany. Managed to beat not many, but quite a few of the top players in the world. And many of the top players in England, and was ranked in the top 10 in England for pretty much most of that time. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that I think is really important, and that is standing out. If you ask me what was the two words that describe the most important thing in marketing, they could be any one of a couple. They could be stand out or they could be different. But pretty much they both mean the same. I'm also going to say be controversial, because that's what I wanted to talk to you today about, being controversial, saying something that's going to create some impact. The last thing you want to do, particularly on, social media and sending out emails and things, just being normal, being the same as everybody else, saying the same stuff. It's the old Facebook thing, isn't it? Telling people what you've had for breakfast ain't going to get you any recognition. But being controversial will. I always remember listening to, I think it was Grant Cardone, and he said that when you're successful, the more success you have, the more haters you have. So they're people who, for whatever reason, hate you or don't like you or get upset by what you've said. And Grant's certainly one who I think is a bit Marmite. You either love him or hate him, and I think he'd probably agree with that. And I think he'd be quite proud of that in a way. That he's not for everybody, and neither am I, and neither are you. But we've got to create interest. That's what we want. When we post on social media, we've got to create interest. When we email, we've got to create interest. When we communicate with people, when we stand up at a networking event and say, "Hi, my name's Steve Mills. What I do is help people with their marketing." It's like the same as every other marketing person in the world, or certainly in the room, because there's going to be loads of them. How many people are there in the UK alone that stand up and say, we advise people with their business, we help businesses to grow, we help businesses to sell and market their services? There's thousands of them, hundreds of thousands of them, to tell you the truth. And some of them are good and some of them aren't. If you ask my advice, I'm going to be controversial here. I'm going to say that most of them aren't. I was talking to somebody the other day who told me they were a marketing advisor. And when I said, "Oh, what do you think to geofencing?" She went, "What's that? I've never even heard of it." I said, "You don't know of Google's geofencing that they brought out last year?" "No," she said, "I've never heard of it." And for me, that's just terrible. It's quite frankly, crap. When I talk to business owners about how much time they spend training themselves in sales and marketing, they tell me, I've never done any training in sales and marketing. And I think, God, give me a break. So you're responsible for sales and marketing in your business. The most important thing in your business is to sell and market your products if you want to grow it. If you don't, then turn this podcast off, because that's what this is about. Results. It's about creating better and more results. That's what it's about. So if you're not into that, then don't listen. But if you are, then take time to learn this stuff. You should be looking going forward, thinking, how much time am I willing to allocate every day? Yeah, I did say every day to sales and marketing training, to becoming better, to creating more leads, to picking up the phone, to writing quality emails and social media posts. I hear so often people saying absolute garbage. I hear people, this is one of the things I hear a lot. Oh, we don't do any marketing. We just go to BNI. Or we just do for business. Or we just think networking is the best way of winning business. And so I tell you what, that's absolute bullshit. It really is. People, I go to networking events. I go to, and I still do. And I'm not against networking. But what I will tell you, 95% of the time when you go, the room is full, and I mean full, of people who don't earn six figures. They don't earn six figures. So is that really the place you want to be? You want to be doing the marketing the same as a load of businesses that don't even turn over 100 grand. Give me a break. That is absolute BS. That is not where you need to be. And as for people who say, well, it's not the people in the room, it's the people that they know. That, I will tell you as well, is total and utter BS. It is bullshit. It is not true. 25 years I've been going to networking, and I can tell you now the amount of business I've won during networking events is... It's minimal compared with everything else. It's probably been enough. It would be enough to perhaps keep the wolves from the door. But that's not why I got in business. Not to scrape a living like so many networkers do. Rather than that, it's to make a significant impact. To grow my business, to help people, to become wealthy and successful and all the things that go with that. That's why I started. And if that's you, then what I'd suggest we do is we get together. We meet up. We do a Zoom meeting. If you go to my website, you can arrange a meeting. And all I'm going to do in that meeting is just demonstrate my expertise to you. I'm going to explain to you how I can make a massive impact on your business. I'm just about to launch a program that is all about getting businesses to 7 figures. And that's obviously £1 million plus. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're a startup and last year you earned 30 grand, I'm probably not going to get you to 1 million within the next 6 months, probably. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make a significant growth in your business. So if you're, turning over, let's say 50 grand because you're a one-man consultancy, then, you want to do better than that. You want to get to that initial 6 figures, then on to 7 figures, and then perhaps even 8 figures, then I'm your man. I can really help. I've been doing it for 25 years. I've helped thousands of businesses in hundreds of industries to make literally millions upon millions of pounds of additional unforeseen income. If you need any help and want to really take your business to the next level, then get in touch. Set up a meeting. To do that, go to my website, which is steve-mills.com, and get yourself booked onto a meeting. You'll see a gold button. Press the gold button. That'll give you access to my online diary. Book yourself in. Take action now. Don't delay. Don't think, well, I'll do it when I get round to it. We all know we never get round to it. So take action, get yourself signed up, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks very much for listening.